Thanksgiving is exactly a week away and many students will head home for the holidays. But what about the students who aren't exactly close to home?
Tonight we'll give you a closer look at how many international students will spend their holidays. Stay tuned. TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision Nightly News for November 21st, 2013. I'm Haley Greathouse.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. Career options and college choices are always a tough decision, but some area high school students had the chance to experience the broadcast journalism department this week with a visit to TrojanVision Studios. Amy Austin has the details.
Many people's typical morning doesn't include anchoring the news, but for several students from around Troy, they got to do just that. Thursday morning, high school students came to experience broadcast journalism as part of their Global Studies program. These students experienced just what it's like to put on a live television broadcast.
I'm kind of nervous at first because you don't really know what your pointing level and everything, and you're kind of on the spot. You're not reading from a teleprompter. You actually have to come up with what to say, but I liked it.
Tuesday, students came to learn how behind the scenes works in a studio. Part 2 of this study concluded as the students filled all the positions from camera to directing to anchoring sports, and these students realized just how fun or how difficult it can be.
It was a lot of fun. I got to run the cameras, camera one, and it was just a lot of fun because I'm really interested in photography, so it was cool to see the differences between a camera and then an actual big video camera, so it was cool.
I feel like this story behind the scenes is a little easier because you can redo it as many times as you want and you can edit it to be exactly how you want it, and then the news actually is live, so it's harder.
Throughout this experience, students were able to learn about broadcasting as a career, and some students felt like this would be a major they could see themselves in.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's different. It's different from an everyday job. Sitting at a desk, you actually get to do stuff and everybody gets to see you.
Amy Austin, Troy, TrojanVision News.
This morning's visit was the second of a two-day visit to the TrojanVision Studios.
Thanksgiving is the official start to the holiday season, but the Troy Opera is helping spread some holiday cheer a little early. Felicia Payne has more.
The story of the three wise men going to visit baby Jesus is a well-known Christmas story, and this year the Troy University Opera Workshop is presenting Amal and the Night Visitors, which gives a look into one stop the wise men might have made on their journey.
The opera is Amal is a little crippled boy, and he is visited by three kings, and there might possibly be a Christmas miracle that happens. You just have to come and find out.
Come, bring your family, bring your children. It's short, it's under an hour, and it's a delightful work. It's Friday night, 7 p.m., and Saturday, 3 p.m. in Crosby Theater.
The cast of the opera consists of 26 students enrolled in the opera workshop class. There is also a full pit orchestra of student and professional musicians.
We have a very special guest conductor that came in. She's Colombian. She's amazing. We've gathered some very fine musicians from Montgomery and locally. The orchestra sounds beautiful. The singers are amazing, and our Amal is very special.
Students involved in the opera say that while it has been a tiring semester to put together this opera, that they have taken something from all the effort put in.
This is my fourth or fifth time being in opera workshop, and I think I learned something new just about every time. I think with this one, just making sure I'm on my game, if you will, making sure I know my stuff.
Allison says that as everyone starts this holiday season, she hopes that everyone in attendance at the opera will find something to take away.
I hope they embrace the idea of opera as a modern, wonderful means of storytelling, and I hope that we can all come together and enjoy the Christmas spirit through the beautiful music.
Felicia Payne, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Again, the opera runs Friday night at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 3 p.m. in Claudia Crosby Theater. Well, this is International Education Week at Troy, and as part of this week's activities, international students were given a taste of the American holiday, Thanksgiving, earlier this week.
You know, Haley, and that's exactly right. And as the holidays draw closer, how do students deal with the distance when they're so far away from home? Christina Cook found out how some are dealing with the distance.
Troy University is home to 712 international students from over 60 different countries. And while some may look at the opportunity to study abroad as a great and exciting experience, there are also some downfalls. And with the holidays quickly approaching, I sat down with a few international students to see how they spend their holidays so far away from home.
I'm going to Miami Beach, like for a holiday. So I don't know how they will celebrate there in hostels. I hope I will get to know how to celebrate Thanksgiving in the U.S.
I didn't go out. I stay at Pass Hall, my dormitory, and one of my friend, the fellow in the Bush Memorial Church, he invited me to go to his grandmother's home.
I'm excited for the turkey. I'm gonna celebrate it in North Carolina with a good friend of mine, so she promised to make it like super traditional.
But these students won't allow distance to stop them from keeping in touch with their families over the holidays.
To get back home because I missed my family, I missed my friends, and I'm thinking about them every day.
It's easy for me. I mean, it's modern society. You can talk with your family through Skype, MSN, whatever. For the first semester I've been here, I talk with my family every night.
Some students explain how they would incorporate their nationality's cuisine into an American Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is for friends, for family members to get together. If they invited me, I will think they treat me like family members. I really appreciate that, and I will cook my best dishes to them, Chinese food.
Milk of camel and horse, and it's like a kind of sour, but it tastes like delicious for me. I don't know how it's for other people.
Christina Cook, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Troy University students get the week off next week for the Thanksgiving holidays, and classes will resume on Monday, December 2nd.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. Out of Montgomery, Alabama's parole board has approved of granting posthumous pardons for the infamous Scottsboro Boys rape case. The board made the decision during a hearing this morning in Montgomery for 3 black men whose convictions were never overturned in a case that came to symbolize racial injustice in the Deep South in 1930s.
And also out of Montgomery, Governor Robert Bentley has announced that the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development is providing Alabama with $1.8 million in grants to help the emergency housing initiatives. The grants are expected to provide 13 agencies throughout the state between $30,000 and $1,800,000.
And in Tallahassee, police say they are investigating cases its ex-assistant chief handled over the past 2 years. The investigation comes after questions arose concerning his handling of a child molestation case and evidence missing from a vault.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Troy volleyball team hosts the #1 seed of the Sun Belt Conference Championships tonight. Mitchell Spoon will give us a preview and more when he joins us with sports. Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So Mitchell, the football team is in a bye week this week, but there's still plenty of other opportunities for students to take a little bit of a study break and head out and watch some sports.
That's right. They actually have a couple of options. They can either go to Trojan Arena and watch the Troy volleyball team, or they can go right up the road to the Pike County Cattlemen's Association and check out the rodeo. Want to get more into that right now in sports. Tonight, the Troy volleyball team begins its journey in the postseason when they face the #1 seed, Western Kentucky. The 2-time defending Sun Belt champions are looking to make it 3 in a row, but will have to go through the Trojans to reach it. In the regular season, the Trojans have been shut out twice by the Hilltoppers, but as the saying goes, 3rd time's the lucky charm. Troy will be looking to pull the big upset as they are the #8 seed in the tournament. Head coach Sergeant Patrick knows exactly what his team must do in order to pull it off.
We need to make sure that we're not making foolish errors. We hit a lot of balls out of bounds that they did not force us to hit out of bounds. We made a lot of poor decisions. We attacked into the block when we didn't need to. And we've broken this down on film and we've shown our team. And I think they really understand that if we clean up our side, we've always got a chance to play.
The Trojans and Hilltoppers will meet tonight at Trojan Arena. First set is scheduled to begin at 7:30. And the Troy Rodeo team is set to perform at the 11th Annual Trojan Stampede. The event begins tonight at the Pike County Cattlemen's Association. The women's team enters as the top-ranked team in the Ozark region, leading by over 220 points. They are led by the top 2 goat tires in the region and Keisha and Cassandra Smith. Kelsey Kinnemer ranks 5th in the breakaway roping and 12th in barrel racing. And for the men's team, they come in ranked 7th in the region, led by John Pitts' 3rd place standing in bull riding, William Wise is 10th in tie-down roping, and Will Batchelor and William Cunningham are 7th in team roping. Head coach Josh Simmons says his team is ready to perform at home.
Well, it means a lot. It's the only chance they get to show off to the home crowd or to fans, and they look forward to it all year long, and they've been working hard so they can put their best foot forward here.
P begins tonight at 7 as well as Friday at 7. Saturday's championship round will begin at 4 p.m. And the Troy softball team is proud to welcome 4 new members to the team as part of the 2013 early signing period. All 4 members bring in versatility and experience after competing at the highest levels in both high school and travel ball. The 4 signees are Bailey Burke, Erica Davis, Carly Kaler, and Cassidy McDilda. Head coach Melanie Davis says this group will bring in much needed depth at the outfield as well as midfield. So Courtney, Haley, hopefully the Trojan volleyball team can pull out the big upset, knocking off the #1 seed, and hopefully the rodeo team will be able to perform and keep up that high ranking both for the men's team and the women's team.
Exactly, and hopefully, Trojan football, the Trojan athletics can actually use, home field advantage for sure in the next couple of days.
Of course.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Thank you.